What is your expectation from Vilnus summit? Did they really have this idea that one day Ukraine can become the member of European Union? Was this idea in the back of their minds, or it's because there is no clarity for us?
When you are saying they, you have to divide elite, political elite, which knows much more about, and people to whom fairy tales of joining society, of prosperity, society of rich union, of better league, of highest league, as I have heard from one Ukrainian when discussed with him all this succession proposal. It is better he spoke in the terms of football. It is one of the head of Ukrainian diaspora in my country, Latvia, since I just made people to know their position and their approach as Ukrainians living in Latvia. We have a huge diaspora. So they say, yeah, maybe it's better to play in the highest leagues, first league, than in the second one. Yeah. The problem is that even here we have a difference because when Latvia decided to join European Union, the European Union was in very stable position and clear position.
So once again, you have 1 million. How many people you have in Latvia?
2 million. Now 2 million. When our population declined harmfully, we had 2.7 million, about 3 million people in the era of this century.
Do you relate it to the accession to the European Union? This decline. What are the reasons of this decline?
The biggest reason for decline of population in 21st century, just the recent 10 years, is mostly immigration to the richest European Union's member states. First of all, Ireland, then Britain.
Would that
and
be also,
now Germany as well.
Sorry to interrupt you. Would be that also the destiny of Ukrainian people if they have this free trade agreement and association agreement with the European Union? Do you think they also would start immigrate massively to richer countries?
They are already starting to immigrate, and we know this, for example, in a huge Ukrainian diaspora exists in Spain, for example, bigger than even Russian or Romanian diasporas. These are the biggest ones from Eastern Europe. We know that Moldovans, there is a huge Moldovan diaspora in Italy, in Greece. This economic immigration, of course, is one of essential parts of the policy of the European Union. The European Union was created as a space for free trade and free movement of people and goods. But in these huge differences of the level of development of economy, of model of economy, because the model of economy in Eastern Europe is quite different from the one in the West, and with big usage of raw materials, expensive usage of raw materials, and of course the competition is not in the favor, but still to preserve stable situation, we need a real sector. Latvia doesn't have a real sector now. Ukraine still has its real sector, and my opinion is that this transformation must not be so harmful and so quick as it was in the case of Latvia, in the case of other Eastern European countries joined the European Union in 2004 and 2007, like Bulgaria and Romania, and the same for Ukraine. I hope very much that these events concerning Vilnius summit will push politicians to rethink their approaches.
Just last question. So where should we go from now? I mean, with Ukraine, with Eastern Partnership, with the neighborhood
I think
policy?
we should go to real integration. We should go to real strategic partnership within all European continent. And we need not to forget that the biggest state in the European continent is Russia. And Ukraine is also one of the biggest.
Thank you very much, Tatjana Zdanoka.